Hi everybody and welcome back to Axion Tokens. In this video we're going to look at Bitcoin price. Axion Token is going to be doing a new major auction called Venture Capital Auctions, and they are going to have wrapped Bitcoin as one of the dividends. So in addition to Axion Token, you'll also get wrapped Bitcoin, and there will also be a nominated altcoin as well. So wrapped Bitcoin is huge as a reward both to those who enter the auction and those who are staking in Axion will reap the wrapped Bitcoin reward and altcoins. So we're going to have a closer look at the Bitcoin price and see where that's heading, because that's obviously going to be a lucrative reward to Axionites and people that are staked in the Axion platform, in addition to Axion itself, which has 8% inflation and other rewards in terms of auction market buybacks. So pretty neat. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to look at my price prediction, and which is based on a review of price predictions over the period of time, and also price predictions made at the end of 2020 by Top Analysis. So let's have a quick look. We had the low of $3,850 back in March, and we had been in a bear market up to that point, and we had a false breakout here. We had been in bear market from March, and we've been riding up slowly and surely. In the last 3 months of end of 2020, we really rose heaps, and we actually broke a new all-time high on Bitstamp in November, and certainly in December, where we're at a new all-time high of currently 29,346. Now it's going to try and attempt to break out of over 30,000 US dollars, no doubt. We've had some good news out of America with payments to people for lockdowns and COVID recovery, and also vaccine and lots of things like that. So it's pretty positive. And 2021 is a fresh year, so we're going to see some really bullish pushes over the 30,000. Now, if it fails to do that on several attempts, typically it's like 2 or 3 attempts, if it fails to do that, then it could come back down to 61.8, which would be $13,650. So that's 61.8 on the Fibonacci, that's from the low up to the high here, and that would bring it down to 1365. But if it doesn't fail on like the second, third attempt, then a very good chance that within the next couple of months, and I've got up to April here, but it could be earlier, that it breaks in this downward scenario. So this is a failed scenario that will eventually succeed, because I think the bullishness is still there. Remember that we've only got 21 million, there'll only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. There's 18.5 million that's been circulating supply. They say that 4 million has been lost, so that makes about 14.5 million. 1 million is obviously stuck in the founder Satoshi's wallet, and so we've really got 13.5 million in supply at the moment. So that's not many at all, and it's considered the gold standard because it's the first crypto. So that's back in 2009. So let's assume all that stuff, and if we had a bullish scenario, so this is a bearish scenario, but still with a bullish outcome. This is a full-on bull scenario. We keep going on this sort of exponential climb, and I'm suggesting that it could somewhere get in the coming year, 2021, get up to this $50,000 to $60,000 range. That would be a 10 to 12x from the low price of $3,850. That's where the X multiple comes in. Now, I do think it could have a spike up, and it may hit up this $70,000 to $80,000 range. So that would be a 16x if it gets to 70. So that's how that works. And obviously, it has potential to get up to the 100,000. That's kind of a next psychological level, and that'd be a real moon scenario. But I see that not happening in the next few months, but maybe towards the end of the 21 it could happen. So that's my forecast. Hope you enjoyed that. Now let's have a quick look at the top 10 review. So this is the top 10 Bitcoin predictions for Bitcoin halving. So the halving happened obviously in about August 2020. So B-Plan Bitcoin price prediction was 100,000. I'll leave the link to this article below, so you can read the whole article. And so their one was 100,000 by 2021. We're not going to go through all the detail. You can have a read of that. iHodl had a 2020 prediction of 100,000. Obviously, that hasn't happened, but it may happen in 2021. So I think I'm up with this top one here. So that was the top of my range. Remember. So Josh Ragnar on Twitter had a Bitcoin prediction of 2020 150,000. That obviously hasn't happened, but we think that could happen in 21, 22. Now Bitcoin is scarce, as I said. There's probably only 30.5 million Bitcoin in the market, so it is relatively scarce. Let's go to 4BN Crypto. BN Crypto had a price prediction 2020 144,000. We didn't reach that, but we have reached 29,000, so it's pretty neat. Now Plan B, medium Bitcoin price, had a prediction 2020 of 55. We didn't. That's pretty reasonable. That was far more reasonable. So I wanted to look at Hackanoon, who's quite well known. Also had Nevertheless according to Hackanoon, all-time high would reach 100,000 and reached as soon as 2021. So if we go back to my prediction, that's really at the very top end of my prediction. But by 2021, that's quite a steep curve, as you see here on the linear curve. So we'll see what happens with that. And News BTC dismantles the idea that halving can affect the Bitcoin directly. And in order to reach BTC 100,000 after the halving, a lot of things have to come past, they said. They had a push between, thought that push price towards 55,000 in 2020. Obviously, we got to 29, about 28, 29. So let's have a quick look on that last day. I don't have the days here, but that was pretty much it. We got pretty much around 30,000, just before 30,000. Now, capital price prediction was 2020 was 33,000, almost spot on. So that's certainly the most accurate one. So there might be one to definitely look up there. So they had an extensive article on Bitcoin, brought us 2020 prediction, and the outlet states they believe Bitcoin may reach 23,500 by the end of the year. So they're very accurate, and BitTC will start 2020 somewhere around 25, just to reach 33,000 at the end of the year. So that's on the low side, and I think that's far too low. And I definitely think one of the higher ones is probably the first review that we had at the very top. Digital asset price reaction said Bitcoin would reach 60,000 direct result of the halving. So that this was written before that halving in August. So that's their one. They had 2020 60,000. So they were twice as high. So we've only had one so far that's been on the money for 2020. And Rosario Researchers projects Bitcoin rises to 276,000 in October 21. Now that's not completely unfeasible, but that'd be way off this chart, and you can see that would be really demonstrable. To 260, it's entirely possible, of course, enough institutions come in, but you're talking about prices up here, way miles away from us at the moment. So let's say if we had a look at that from here, where we are now, to 260, that would be at the end of 21, which is where I've got the mouse. That would be 760x from here. So 7.6x from the current price. So possible, but seems a long way up. So there we are. That was pretty much the predictions. I'll leave the link for this below. Hope you enjoyed this one. And in any case, I think that Bitcoin is really due for a very big climb in price over the next 12 months. It is very scarce, as I said, 13.5 million compared to all other cryptos. Often have larger and more dynamic supplies. So Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin will be a huge reward for Axiom stakers and a huge reward for people entering the auction, for the venture auctions that are coming up in only a few weeks, if not days. So I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers. Please subscribe, like, and share.